After 60, relationships can start changing in ways that are easy to miss at first. Fewer calls, shorter visits,
and people slowly pulling back. And sometimes it's not because they stopped caring. It's because certain habits
make conversations feel draining, tense, or uncomfortable. If those habits continue, you can accidentally push away the people you love most and end up feeling more isolated without understanding why. So, in this video, I'll walk you through habits that quietly damage relationships after 60 and what to do instead. That way, you can protect your friendships, stay closer to family, and make people feel more comfortable spending time with you. Now, before anyone gets offended, this video is not about blaming older adults. And it's definitely not about pretending younger people don't have annoying habits too. Believe me, they do. I've met them. But after 30 years as a nurse, I've noticed certain patterns that tend to show up as people get older. And unfortunately, nobody is honest enough to talk about them. One thing I've learned over the years is that loneliness rarely happens all at once. Most people don't wake up one morning and discover everyone has disappeared. Instead, relationships slowly weaken. Calls become less frequent. Visits become shorter. People stop reaching out as often. And sometimes health issues are the reason. Sometimes distance is the reason. But sometimes behavior plays a role too. The good news, most of these habits are fixable.
Habit number 1 is turning every conversation into a medical report. Now, listen. I'm a nurse, and I understand that health becomes a bigger part of life as we age. But if every conversation starts with my knee, my back, my digestion, my blood pressure, people eventually stop looking forward to the conversation.
That doesn't mean you shouldn't talk about your health. Of course you should. But if health becomes the only topic,
people start feeling like they're attending a medical briefing instead of having a relationship.
Habit number 2 is complaining constantly. This one is hard because life genuinely gets harder sometimes. There are legitimate things to complain about. Trust me, I've seen the state of healthcare paperwork, but constant negativity is exhausting. People can handle honesty, vulnerability, occasional frustration, but what wears them down is when every interaction becomes complaint, complaint, complaint. Eventually, people start protecting their own energy. And honestly, most of us have probably known someone who could turn winning the lottery into a disappointing experience. Don't be that person. Habit number 3 is refusing all change. This one sneaks up on people. The older we get, the easier it becomes to say, "That's not how we used to do it." And sometimes that's true. Sometimes the old way was better. But if every new idea immediately gets rejected, people stop bringing you new ideas. Whether it's technology, hobbies, travel, restaurants, family traditions, being open to new experiences keeps relationships alive. Habit number 4 is giving unwanted advice. This is one of the biggest relationship killers, especially with adult children. Because somewhere around age 35, most people stop wanting constant instructions from their parents, even if the advice is good. And honestly, sometimes older adults confuse experience with permission. Just because you know the answer doesn't mean someone asked for it. One of the most powerful questions you can ask is, "Would you like my advice? Or do you just want me to listen?" That question can save a lot of relationships. Habit number 5 is making every story about yourself. We've all met this person. You tell a story and somehow
Within 15 seconds, they're talking about themselves. Again, relationships require curiosity.
People want to feel heard, understood, interesting. And if every conversation becomes a competition for airtime, people gradually disengage. Habit number 6 is assuming the worst about people. This one becomes more common than people realize. They never call. They don't care. Nobody visits. Sometimes that's true, but often there are other explanations. People are working, raising families, dealing with their own health issues, managing their own stress. Assuming bad intentions creates resentment that may not even be justified. And resentment is corrosive. Habit number 7 is becoming overly negative about aging. This one may surprise people. If every conversation becomes, "Oh, I'm old, I'm falling apart, my life is basically over," people don't know how to respond. And again, honesty is fine, reality is fine. But some people accidentally build an identity around decline, and that becomes emotionally heavy for everyone around them. I've known 85-year-olds who were delightful to spend time with, and 62-year-olds who acted like life had already ended. Attitude matters. Habit number 8 is treating family like unpaid employees. This one is especially important. Asking for help is okay. Needing help is okay.
But constantly treating family members like chauffeurs, IT support, grocery delivery, home repair services without any appreciation can strain relationships. Most family members want to help, but they also want to feel appreciated. A simple thank you goes a very long way. Habit 9 is letting pride prevent connection. This one breaks my heart because I see it often. People refuse help, invitations, social opportunities because they don't want to feel vulnerable or they don't want to be a burden. And before long, they're isolated. Connection often requires vulnerability, and vulnerability is not weakness. Habit 10 is stopping being curious about other people.
This may be the biggest one of all. People who remain socially connected later in life usually stay interested in others.
They ask questions, they listen, they stay curious, they continue learning. And honestly, curiosity is one of the most attractive qualities a person can have at any age.
People enjoy being around people who are interested in life. Here's the bottom line.
Most people don't get pushed away because they got older. They get pushed away because certain habits slowly make relationships harder. The good news? Every single habit we talked about today can be changed. And honestly, the strongest predictor of happiness later in life isn't perfect health. It's meaningful relationships. Protect those. They're worth more than almost anything else. And I'd love to hear from you. Which one of these habits do you think causes the most damage to relationships? Or what's something you've learned about maintaining friendships and family relationships as you've gotten older? Drop it in the comments because your experience might help someone else stay connected to the people who matter most. If this spoke to your heart, share it with someone who needs to hear it today. Until next time, take care of yourselves and take care of each other.